So, getting to San Pedro, we were leaving Placencia in a very small plane. It had 4 seats. You can see how narrow the Placencia Peninsula is, just a road with some houses on each side. Um, and we're flying to Belize City, where we're going to change planes to fly to San Pedro. There's Belize City, and coming in on the runway at Belize City.
This is one of my favorite parts of being in Belize, is flying in those little planes and looking down below at all the beautiful water and things.
There's the plane we were in, not very big. And at this airport in Belize City, they do have a restaurant and bar, but if you stay too long, you'll miss your flight, which I almost did. Here we are in the slightly bigger plane going to San Pedro, and this flight is it's inside the barrier reef, so it's over some pretty shallow water, and there's lots of these little islands, and there's the San Pedro airstrip, and here we are in San Pedro. This town is golf carts everywhere, always. There's like no let up. There was a period where we were staying in the early morning hours where there were fewer golf carts, but still.
Small ones, big ones.
It's just what it's all about. So there's not really a lot of beach here, but the bars are out on piers over the Caribbean. Yep. Some of them have places you can swim or places where boats take off from.
It was really windy when we were checking these out. See, there's a bit of a wind wall there, but not horrible.
And this is our first ride through San Pedro on our way to our accommodations. And it's just, I don't know, I was kind of overwhelmed by the amount of traffic and noise and hustle and bustle. After the relaxation of Placencia.
So here's a bridge that they've been working on over this little canal or whatever it is. Apparently it's been years in the process. It's going to be a toll bridge at some point when it's completed, with a gas station for boats. There's our little driver girl. I forget her name.
That's just looking out to the Caribbean and the barrier reef right there. Little fixer-upper if you're interested.
Yeah, there's lots of empty spaces, empty buildings.
Here we are at our resort, the Pure Hotel.
It's the traffic we were talking about.
That's looking to the west in the lagoon side, and here's the resort itself. That bar is open to the public, as is the pool.
It's 18 plus only. That's the benefit.
Yeah, no children, except some of the
adults yeah.
act like children. Here's the board where they put up names, but they didn't have our name up.
For a couple of days. We pretended we were Matt and Shannon for a while.
The pool, the lounge chairs.
Nice heated pool, that's a thing too.
And there's the swim-up bar, which we were found at quite often.
With Nelson, fantastic bartender. Wonderful guy.
And
those are the only lounge chairs, but we made use of getting there as much as possible.
And there's only 6 little bungalows in this place, so or
there's one
cabanas,
there.
I guess they're called.
Yeah.
So there was never really a lot of competition for those lounge chairs.
No.
This is.
There's me.
Yep, that's where we used to have our breakfast. It's really quiet here right now because no one. It's early in the morning. Nobody's awake yet.
Yeah, we were up before the security guard even left. When the place opens up. So each one of these is a room. There's, I think, 4 back here. They're all named after animals. There's the crocodile and the iguana, all animals that you might find around these parts. I don't remember what ours was called now. It was something I had to look up. But they're nicely decorated. We didn't get a picture of the inside apparently, but they're small but really comfortable.
And over this fence is another road, It's kind of an alley, it's not a very big road or much used. And beyond those houses right there is the Caribbean Sea and the Barrier Reef.
So there's water really close on both sides, the lagoon and the sea.
So outside there's a sign that says 18 plus only, and then right next to it is this slow children at play. I find that amusing.
There's their special drinks they have. I don't think we tried any. And there's old Matt and Shannon, that's us. Not really. They finally got our names. We had nachos for one of our meals. They were huge piles of food, everything they had. They had the biggest burritos I've ever seen in my life.
And their food was good.
Yeah, it was really good. We ate there several times. Just easier than trying to go someplace else.
And here's some San Pedro flora. Another shot of the pool.
And that's our room right there at the end.
That's our room.
I know, I can't remember the name of it. I had to Google it. It's some weird animal. Yeah, like this is a good place to hide from your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, we were there.
All tan. That was one of the
Lobster.
lobster. It was like a creamy lobster someone else had, so we had to have it. Once again, lobster.
We were there during lobster season, which we missed last year.
Those are poppers.
We intentionally came a little bit earlier so we would be there for lobster season this year, and took great advantage of it. It really is pretty, and you can see the Barrier Reef right out there.
North end of Front Street.
So we walked into town
Front.
a couple of
And went
times.
back.
They have 3 main roads, front, middle, and back. They have names, but nobody uses their actual names. This must be an early morning walk. It's pretty
Yeah.
quiet.
The sargassum.
So sargassum has been more of an issue in the Caribbean recently, and it seems like it's about to get even more of an issue. It used to grow in just mostly in the Sargasso Sea, but now there's a new giant bloom of sargassum in Brazil.
Wherever there's a
That
resort,
will be coming there.
wherever there's a resort, they have somebody in front of it cleaning it up all day long.
So we went to one of the bars that's out over the water in town, and sometimes you have to tell them how to make your drink.
This guy got it right for mine.
He knew how to make a martini, but
And in a glass too.
yep, martini on the rocks was tougher.
Other one martini on the rocks. Other one martini.
Let's see how they do.
You make it just like that, and then pour it with the ice into a
right.
into a glass.
No problem.
And he needs to say rocks glass.
Oh yeah, habaneros, really pretty in Belize.
That was just a lovely little spot on our walk. You can see how thick that sargassum gets.
These are conch shells. You don't really see the shells much in Placencia, but here they're easier to bring in. There's the sargassum and the plastic garbage that washes up.
It's pretty constant.
And it's not just San Pedro, it's really all the Caribbean. More lobster.
And that was at our resort. And those are in Belizean dollars, so it's half price, basically.
So there's the rum dog. This is north of the bridge. These people brought a bunch of skis, and there's some chairlifts. That's a interesting use of scuba tanks.
My
and
lobster corn dogs.
Lobster corn dogs.
Those were delicious.
And the wings were pretty darn good too. But where else are you going to find lobster corn dogs? It was
I know, I had to have it. Just that place was really interestingly decorated.
And right before we left, the day before we left, we found this place called the Truck Stop, which has 4 food trucks and a bar, or a couple of bars, televisions for watching football or soccer or whatever's going on, a swimming pool,
They had games too.
a dock,
A whole area of
games.
big games you could play.
So you could easily spend an afternoon here.
Which we did.
And-
We sat there and hung out with some people from Alaska, a young couple there that were really fun to talk to. They had football going in there later on.
And these
It's just
were
a great idea.
they had some really good food trucks.
That was a pizza.
Pizza, Latin fusion.
And then they had
that was
Asian
Asian.
food. There's an ice cream place. Just really, really cool. You just go order your food and sit at the table or hang by the pool, whatever you want to do.
And they had the best margaritas we'd had in quite some time.
We had a few.
And
And that was just cool looking. I saw that. I mean, look at those beautiful roasted peppers. That's my Kung Pao chicken that I had. It was really good.
and I had the quesadilla tacos.
One's missing.
Yeah, one's missing. So now the bags are packed and it's time to go. We're taking off from San Pedro. You can see the southern part of the key is fairly wide enough for 3 streets. But that's the end of our journey in Belize this year. Thanks for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos, and we will see you next time.